Okay, so this is my makeup kit. This is what I bring with me when I have clients to do and they are not coming to my house and I have to travel to them. This is the makeup kit I bring with me and I use. My parents got it for me for Christmas about 2 or 3 years ago. So I will ask them where they got it from and I will link it down below if I can find it. And if I can't find this exact one, I will find a very similar one because I always see these on Amazon for a pretty decent price. But yeah, so this is what I bring with me. It is amazing. It carries so much, as I will show you in a minute. And you can wheel it with you wherever you go. So it's really easy. You don't have to carry it by the top. It is pretty big, so if you don't have that much makeup or you don't want to bring that much, on the sides here, they do have these. If you unattach each one, then this comes off and you can carry it just like this instead. The bottom half, and I'm going to start with the bottom half first. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to start with the bottom half first. And the good thing about this case is also it comes like this with these little things on the side. So you put this down and this comes out like a drawer. Starting with what I have down here, I just have my client makeup brushes. These are the makeup brushes I got specifically just for my clients. These are the face brushes. I do need to clean these. I just got done with 2 clients 2 days ago and I haven't had a chance to clean them yet because I had a really busy weekend, but I will do that tonight. I always keep these clean. So these are the face brushes and these are the eye brushes. I'm going to keep them in this little container here because it's easier when I'm traveling just to set them on the table wherever I go. I also have a towel. I always put a towel down when I am doing a client's makeup just so I do not get their tables or wherever I'm doing their makeup dirty. And also, so if I have many clients at the same time, I can clean all my makeup brushes on here. So that means this also needs to be cleaned, which I will do tonight. And then when I am on the go and I don't have a chance to deep clean like I will be doing tonight, and I have many clients, I use the It Cosmetics brush bath. I just used this for the first time the other day with my clients. I had 2 back to back and it worked so well. Like, they looked like I just deep cleaned them. They were so good. This is the first time I used it and I absolutely loved it. I used to use this, just alcohol, 70% alcohol in a little spray bottle, which also works just as well if you don't want to spend the money on this. I think this was like $20. This is a cheaper alternative. Both of them work. That's why I bring both of them with me. I also have this. I need to refill this. These were just little cotton rounds that I used to apply the toner over there. And then I have these to clean up mascara and such. And then I also apply toner with these when I run out of these. Next, I have the toner. I got this at Harmon's also. It is the Dixon's Original Witch Hazel. It is a toner and I use this to clean my clients' faces right before I start. This is good for any type of skin type, so it doesn't really matter if they're dry or oily. I use this on all of my clients and it works great. It takes off any excess makeup they may have on before I started and any oils that they may have on their face. Then last in this part, I have some Purell and I just use this to clean my hands after each client and before each client, so they know I am sanitizing and my hands are clean since I will be touching their face. You always want to have this with you and you always want to have it in sight too. You don't want to just tell them that you sanitize. You want them to see you doing it so that they believe you. So I always carry this with me. I always put it on the table and I always use it in front of them. Okay, and over here in this little drawer compartment thing that I put on top, I have all of my foundations on this side, and on this side I have primers, moisturizers, and my beauty blenders. I do need to clean these also. Like I said, don't mind how dirty it is. I will be cleaning all of these tonight, but I carry at least 3 Real Techniques sponges with me at all times. And then I have another little sponge here from Ulta that my mom got me for Christmas. I put it in my kit because this is really, really good for concealers and underneath the eyes. And then also on this side, I have the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. I don't really use this one a lot. I just keep it in my kit just in case I run out of my other one, which you will see which one I use in a second. It's not a bad product. I just prefer the other one that I will show you. And then I have my go-to concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is also my personal one. These are pretty expensive, so I haven't gotten around to getting more for my kit yet. So I just put this in here before my clients the other day. This is in the shade Light. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's in the shade Light, and I really like this one. Usually when I know I have a client, I just pop this one in there, but I do need different ranges of colors. Might take a trip to Ulta tomorrow. Hopefully I will be able to get some more if they have them in stock. But yeah, definitely recommend this concealer for your clients. It is amazing. And then I also have my CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This is really good for your dry skin clients. I recommend putting this on all dry skins because it really, really works. It really helps the makeup glide on afterwards. And then I have my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Moisturizer. This is more for clients who are dehydrated. There is a difference between dry skin and dehydrated skin. That is one of the most important things I learned in makeup school a few months ago, is that there is a difference. So for my dehydrated clients who say they have dry skin, but it's really that their skin is just really dehydrated, I use this moisturizer and it really makes their skin look rejuvenated, hydrated. It just brings it back to life. And then I have the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This is really good for my oily girls, so if you have a lot of oily clients, I would highly recommend this one. I've had a few clients already go out and buy it after I've used it on them because they loved it that much. Also for oily skin, I have a small The Professional from Benefit. This is also a really good one that a lot of my clients also go out and buy. They say they absolutely love it. I do recommend having more than one matte primer, just because some might work on one person but then it might not work on someone else. So if you have more than one, it's beneficial because it's more than likely that one of those will work on the client that you have. And then for my red skinned clients like myself, I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Color Correcting Adjust Primer. And then last but not least, I have this one that has no cover on it, but you guys probably all know which one this is already. It's the Nivea one, the aftershave. Okay guys, I'm about to get really real with you right now. I don't use this one anymore. I used to use it until I read someone online said that it actually is horrible for your skin, that it goes into your pores and clogs your pores, which I kind of figured that's what happens because it's not meant to be a primer. It is an aftershave. So I kind of figured that's what would happen, but people were loving it so much as a primer. Some of my clients even asked me to get it and use it on them. But I do not do that anymore, and now when clients ask for this, I just tell them what I read and how this is not good for them, and then they change their mind like instantly. So I still have this in my kit, but I'm glad that I'm doing this video right now so I could tell you guys, to warn you guys if you're using it on yourself or on clients. I really don't recommend this anymore because that it goes into your pores, it's breaking people out, it's creating rashes on some people. It's just not a good product. So right after this video, I'm actually going to throw this out. I will no longer be using it on myself or on any clients, so I wouldn't recommend this, but I just wanted to show this anyways since it was in my kit and to let you guys know what I heard about this. If you still want to use it, go right ahead, but I really would not recommend it. Okay, one more beauty blender I forgot to mention in my kit was this little tiny one. I got it at Ulta. It came in a kit of like 6 of all different colors, pink, yellow, orange, and then black, and I use this on my clients also for their under eye area. Okay, now starting on my foundation side, I'm going to start with the first one being the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh 8-in-1 Beauty Balm Skin Perfector. This is what you put on if you want something really natural and light. I actually use this when I go to the beach. If I don't want to put on foundation, I put this on and it gets rid of all of my breakouts and all of my redness and all of my under eye bag. I keep this in my kit for the clients who really want something natural and they don't wear a lot of makeup and foundation might be too cakey or too much for them. I use this on them and they absolutely love it. Next for foundations, I have my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow and Pro Matte. I have these in a variety of shades, but I'm just going to show you these two right now. I'm not going to show you every single shade I have. My best advice for getting foundations is get a few in matte and a few in the glow, because you will have a few clients who need the Pro Glow because they have dry skin, and you will need a few clients who need the Pro Matte because they are oily. These are relatively expensive for a drugstore. I think they are $12.99 each. So what I recommend is getting 3 of the Infallible Pro Matte if you can, and then 3 of the Infallible Pro Glow. And I would get one in a really light shade, a medium shade, and then a really dark shade in each of these. The reason I say that is because you could always mix and match. So if you get 3 shades of the Pro Glow and you get a really light, a medium, and a dark, you can always mix the really light one and the really dark one, or the medium one and the light one. You can always get a good foundation shade with just 3. And I would also do the same one for the Pro Matte. I really love these for clients because they wear really well on the skin depending on what kind of skin they have. Like I said, for the dry skin, I would go with the Pro Glow. For the oily skin, I would go with the Pro Matte. And you can't go wrong with these. Every single client I've used these on have always asked me what they were because they wanted to go out and buy them because they loved how they sat on their skin and they lasted so long. These really are 24-hour foundations. I personally use this one on myself because I do have dry skin and I love it. I would not use this on anyone if I didn't love it on myself. And then my sister, who has oily skin, swears by this one, so I decided to try it out on a few clients with oily skin and they absolutely loved it, so I kept it in my kit and got some more colors. And then some more foundations I love are the Fit Me Maybelline Dewy and Smooth and also Matte and Poreless. These are also some really good ones for dry skin and then oily skin. Like you guys can see in here, I have these in tons of colors. And in each kind, I have matte, I have the dewy and smooth. Like I said, you just need a few of each and in different colors and you can make it work on any type of client. So I also really recommend these. I think these might be $8 instead of $12.99 like the other ones. I could be wrong, but I will list everything down below so you guys can see for yourself. And then we're coming to the two high-end foundations I have, which is the NARS Luminous Silk and then the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. They're both Luminous Silk. I didn't even notice that till right now. But yeah, I have these two in my kit for the clients who don't like drugstore foundations. You will have those clients for some reason they do not like drugstore foundations. Maybe they've had bad experiences, whatever it may be, they do not like them at all. You do want to have at least one high-end foundation in your kit, but only one. Like, there's only going to be that one client who may give you a problem. I have not had that type of client yet who tells me they don't want the drugstore foundation. Every client I've had so far has loved the drugstore foundation I have used on them, but you may run across that client. I also learned that in my makeup school. So I decided to go out and buy these. This one is actually mine and I absolutely swear by it. I love it for dry skin. But I went out and bought this after my makeup school told us that. And then I have my RCMA foundation and concealer palette, which I got from my makeup school. They provided this for us and it pretty much just looks like this. As you can see, I wore it out. I use this a lot as concealers. I don't use these so much as foundations just because I don't really like them as foundations, but as concealers and as primers, like eye primers, they work so well. So I usually just use this palette as an eye primer and as concealers, not so much as foundations. For the foundations, I pretty much use what I showed you guys earlier, but if you want a good concealer palette, instead of going out and buy a whole bunch of concealers, I recommend this palette. It is pretty expensive, but it is worth it as a concealer palette, as I said for the 100th time. Now we are going to the top of my kit, which is the upper portion, and it opens up just like this. And I'm going to show you what I have here first because it does open up into multiple layers. And then in this little compartment here, I have some Vaseline and I have some eye drops. The eye drops are really just for if you want to wet your brushes. This works really well instead of going and running to a sink all the time. On this side, I have some Great Lash Clear Mascara, and I use this as a clear brow gel. It works just as great as any other brow gel. I just prefer this for my clients because it's a cheaper alternative, and I run out of this a lot. And then I have this little kit I got at Ulta, and it has a whole bunch of disposable mascara wands. I use these to apply the clear mascara on their brows and also their mascara on their eyelashes. And then way back here, I have my eyebrow little compartment, and I have the ColourPop Dip Brow in Bangin' Brunette. And then the rest are all Anastasia. You don't have to spend all your money on all of these. Honestly, if I were you, I would just get the brow powder palette that Anastasia sells because I do have a brow powder in here also and I absolutely love it. Sometimes I'll just use the powder instead of the dip brow because like I said, a lot of clients, they want something natural and the dip brow is definitely not natural. If you want to go for a more natural look, I would recommend not dropping it, and I would also recommend the brow powder. This this powder is in dark brown. A majority of my clients do have dark eyebrows, so this works well. I just have this one powder and it has worked for me, but I do need to invest in the palette soon because my freelancing business is growing and I will be getting a lot more clients with different eyebrow colors. So I am going to get the palette soon, but for now this has worked for me. And then over here on this side, I have my MAC Fix Plus spray, which I use to your powder. So if I use powder contours and stuff like that, I will spray this on afterwards because it really sets in the powder nicely on the skin. This is not a setting spray, this is just to set powder, so do not use this as a setting spray. I know a lot of people who do, but it does not work well. This is just to set in powders. And then this is a spray I use to set. My clients absolutely love this. I've had clients who told me that their makeup lasted from 10 in the morning till 3 a.m. Like, this thing is amazing. I highly recommend this in your kit as your setting spray. I have not found a better one yet. I have the little travel size one, but I have the big one for myself. I absolutely swear by this. And then over here, I just have some makeup wipes for if I make any mistakes or to wipe the product from the back of my hand if I have multiple clients. I have scissors to cut eyelashes to the shape of someone's eye. Okay, and then over here on this little compartment, these are the liquid lipsticks I use on my clients. These are seconds that I have bought. They are the Kylie Jenner lipsticks, the ColourPop, and Kat Von D back there. I do buy 2 of each if I like them on myself, then I know my clients will love them. If I were you, I would just get ColourPop because Kylie is expensive and so is Kat Von D. So if you're a starter makeup artist and you just want to get some liquid lipsticks in your kit, I would highly recommend ColourPop. They're really cheap and they're long lasting and my clients really like them. And they have a whole bunch of different shades and they're pretty much a dupe for Kylie Jenner. Like, they're pretty much the same thing in my opinion. But as you can see, there are a lot of neutrals in here because over the course of my freelancing career, I've noticed that a lot of people don't like a bold eye and a bold lip. They either like a neutral eye and a bold lip or a bold eye and a neutral lip. And a lot of my recent clients have really been liking bold eyes and neutral lips. So that's why I have a lot of browns in here, a lot of pinks. I just have a few of the dark red just in case. I always like to be prepared. But for the most part, these are all really neutral colors. Okay, now we are going to open it up here. And we're going to start on this side. So on this side, I just have some actual lipsticks in case some clients do not like the way liquid lipsticks feel on their lips. They prefer like old school MAC lipsticks. So that's what I have in here. Just some MAC lipsticks. I have a concealer over here from some reason. I don't really use this one, but just in case. I have lip liners. I don't really use lip liners either. I prefer to just use a brush. And then over here I have a blush. This is the NARS. Okay. This is the NARS Orgasm. I really love this blush. It's just a pink. If I can open it. There we go. It's just a shiny pink and a lot of my clients love the pink look. I also have another blush, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just a pinky color. And then over here on this side, I have my NYX concealer palette, and this is for color correcting. And then I have one more blush over here, but I don't really use this one. It's Wet n Wild. It's the apricot one. It's a really good blush. It's just too peachy for a lot of my clients, and they don't really like it. But I would recommend it as a cheap alternative to the NARS one. I would just get different colors. I don't know what possessed me to get apricot, but yeah. Over here I have my mascaras. I have my CoverGirl, the Supersizer. I love it on myself, so I went back and got one for my clients. And then I also have this one. My boyfriend's mom also got me this one, and I absolutely love it so much so I had to use it on some of my clients because this is one of the best mascaras I've had. And then I also just have these Hot Tools clips. They come in handy when a client already has their hair down and done. All I do is put in a cotton swab or a cotton round in between these. The clamping doesn't mess up their hair, but it really helps so that you have room to work and their hair isn't getting in the way all the time. I really recommend these for your kit. And then over here I have a lot of lash stuff and a few eyeliners. I have this Chart eyeliner, which I love. I also have the e.l.f. one. I like the e.l.f. one. The only problem with this one is it smudges really easily and it doesn't go on this black. It kind of looks like a grayish charcoal, but it's good either way. I mean, I would prefer the Chart one, but it is pretty expensive. So if you want an alternative, you can go with the e.l.f. one. And then I have all of my eyelash glues. I have the Duo one and then 2 House of Lashes one in black and one in clear. Absolutely love these. If I had to pick one, I would go with the House of Lashes clear. I have this Sephora liquid highlighter. I absolutely love it. It is a dupe for the Cover FX ones that were so popular during the summertime. If you don't want to splurge on the Cover FX, I would definitely go with the Sephora brand one. I got it in the color Ultra Light and it works just as well. My clients cannot tell a difference. And down here is where I keep a majority of my highlighters, lashes, and eyeshadow palettes. I just recently picked up the Smashbox Casey Holmes Pearl Palette and also the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero palette. I will be doing a swatch video and review video on these this week, so be on the lookout for it. I actually might do it tomorrow. Before I had these though, the highlighting palette that I brought with me was just the one in the Carly Bible palette. These highlighters are amazing. My clients absolutely love them and they're good on any type of skin tone. It is a eyeshadow palette and it has highlighters on the bottom, so it's like a double whammy and they're gorgeous colors. And then to contour, I just bring along this one. It is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This is pretty much all I bring with me because it has a variety of shades that works on any type of skin tone. So I would just recommend this. I also have the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, and this is amazing for smoky eyes because it literally has any type of color you would need to make a smoky eye. And then down here I just have a MAC Cinderella palette because it has some really nice shimmer shades for the brow bone highlight. And then here I also have another contour palette. This is by Morphe. It just has some darker shades just in case I need a darker shade. But for the most part, this is a just in case palette. My Kat Von D contour palette really does the job. And then here we're getting to some more eyeshadow palette. This one is a Morphe 350. This is my go-to palette for my clients and myself. I absolutely love this palette. You literally get every color you would need for your client in this palette. This is pretty much the only one I use. These other palettes I bring with me are just in case palettes. I love to have backups, but this is pretty much the only one I've been using on all of my clients. I highly recommend this one for your kit. And this Morphe palette is the 35W palette. I also got this from my makeup school. They gave it to us with the foundation RCMA palette. This also came from my makeup school. It's the BH Cosmetics Modern Mattes. Really like this palette also, but like I said, once again, it's just a backup. And then in here, pretty much the last thing is just all of my eyelashes. I like to have a variety of eyelashes because I never know what kind of look my client is gonna want or go for. So I have these two, which are the Salon Perfect lashes, 614 and 615. They're really dramatic lashes, so these are more for the girls with the really big eyes who want the really dramatic wispy lash. I also have my Ardell Double Up 205 lashes, which are also really, really dramatic. These are new. They're actually the Ardell Faux Mink lashes in 811. I absolutely love these. I bought another pair. And then I have these Cara eyelashes that I also got from my makeup school in the number 43. They're very, very dramatic and very, very wispy. And then last but not least, I have one of my favorites, the Ardell Wispies in 601. These go so fast with my clients. Everyone wants to wear these. They absolutely love them. So yeah, I highly recommend these as one of the lashes you put in your kit. Okay, and another lash that I had in one of my drawers that I would also recommend, I don't have this in my kit. These are my pair, but I actually just ran out because all of my clients love these and want to wear them, so I haven't been able to go to Ulta and get more yet. These are my own personal pair, but I recommend these in your kit. They're the Demi 120 natural lashes because, like I said, they are very natural. So for the people who do not wear lashes on a daily and they want something very natural looking and they don't want so glam, and for people with smaller eyes, I highly recommend these. These are the perfect lashes. So really recommend these for your kit. Okay guys, so that was it. That was my freelancing kit that I take with me on the job when I do freelancing. I really wanted to go in depth on every product and explain why I had certain products in here. Just for those starting out with freelancing, you get a good idea of what you should not have, what you may need, what you may not need, preferences of mine, opinions and such. So that's why I wanted to go in so in depth, and that's why this video is a little bit longer, just so you guys know what I prefer, what I have in my kit, and all that good stuff. So like I said, this is my freelancing kit. I will link everything I mentioned down below for you guys, and I will try to find this exact kit for you guys. If not, I will find similars. Really appreciate it if you guys gave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.